Julius Tennon was the man Viola Davis had always dreamed of. When the two first connected on The City of Angels set in 1999, they were a couple. Tennon was, in fact, the How to Get Away with Murder actress's dream come true. Prior to meeting Tennon, Davis revealed in a later interview with Oprah Winfrey, she had prayed and made a list of the attributes she hoped a partner should possess. 3 weeks before she would meet the dazed and confused actor, she recalls praying to God for someone who's maybe been an actor who understands the artistic community. A person who loves God and attends church. I said to God, I'll start going to church if you give me that. I genuinely will. I'm determined to do it. I ended by signing off, exactly like I would with a letter. Davis and Tennon were wed by 2003, and they welcomed Genesis into their family through adoption in 2011. Tennon's 2 other children from past relationships also have Davis as their stepmother. Despite their relative privacy, the couple has shared a few significant dating events on social media over the years. The pair celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary in June 2023, and Davis wrote a heartfelt article about Tennon. She posted on Instagram, "We've had accolades, triumphs, joy, grief, exhaustion, and still I feel your grip. Through the fire and brimstone of life we have held on, together, to each other, understanding no matter what, the promise is to not let go." Here is a timeline detailing the whole relationship between Viola Davis and Julius Tennon, from their first meeting on site to raising their daughter. The romance between Davis and Tennon started in 1999 on the set of the CBS television series City of Angels. Davis described meeting her future husband while eating a bagel in a later interview with People. "He was like, hey, because we had just did a scene," she said. "All I could think was, he's attractive. He is quite attractive." Tennon offered to take Davis to the Santa Monica Pier since she was new to Los Angeles, but at first she was apprehensive. She remarked, "I didn't talk to him for 6 weeks. At the time, my credit was not good. Driving gave me anxiety attacks. I had some personal matters to attend to first." On June 23, 2003, Davis and Tennon, who had been dating for 4 years, got married. "When we initially got married, our condo was filled with 15 guests." During a 2016 appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Davis said of their wedding that it wasn't big enough, according to E! News. "So, 3 months later we went to Rhode Island with about 100 people." Co-founding Juvie Productions in 2011, Davis and Tennon tell stories from a diverse range of emerging and established voices alike, according to the company's website. Davis has starred in a number of Juvie productions, such as The Woman King and The First Lady. Tennon is the president of development and production, and Davis serves as CEO. Davis revealed that she and Tennon were in the midst of adopting a kid during the red carpet premiere of The Help. The actress said to E! News, "We are about to adopt a baby," and she added that the adoption would take place domestically. Octavia Spencer, who starred in The Help, and Davis's friend disclosed that Davis had become a mother, 2 days ago during a speech honoring Davis at an ELLE Women in Hollywood event. In her own remarks, Davis reaffirmed the announcement. Genesis Tennon is a newborn girl that the actress' representatives informed People the pair had brought home a few days ago. Davis and Tennon packed for a trip to the Sundance Film Festival in January 2015. The pair saw the world premiere of the 2015 thriller Lila and Eve, in which they both starred. Along with Juvie Productions, the pair produced the movie. Davis revealed the secret to her and Tennon's enduring love while addressing People. She stated, "It's about the everyday. I think that's what people forget when they fall in love with someone, and it's exciting." She went on to say, "You have to get back to the everyday, the taking the garbage out, the cooking, the cleaning, and it's something that I think really works with me and my husband." The pair, who had been married for almost 13 years, reaffirmed their vows on Valentine's Day. Was a small ceremony held at Santa Monica's Hotel Casa del March. Winfrey, Gayle King, Alfred Enoch, and their daughter Genesis were among the guests who joined Davis and Tennon. Tennon donned an all-white suit, while Davis wore a sleeveless cream dress. The day after the ceremony, Davis shared a picture of the event on Instagram with the words, "We are most alive when we're in love," a phrase from John Updike. During her remarks to accept her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Davis thanked her beautiful daughter and handsome husband with tears in her eyes. Meryl Streep also gave a dedication at the occasion. After that, the three-member family posed for pictures by her star. In an interview with Jimmy Kimmel Live, Davis talked about her experience recording personal scenes with her real-life spouse, who made a cameo appearance in the 4th season of the ABC television series How to Get Away with Murder. She said of filming with Tennon, "Well, it feels safe," to Jimmy Kimmel. "At one point, he had to take off my underwear, and I had to keep putting them back on because you have to repeat the action over and over. However, I did not reset them once. When we reached our conclusion, he went to go grab them. You forgot to put your panties back on," he said. Similar to what she said in 2014, Davis talked candidly about her and Tennon's rituals in the jacuzzi tub. "We have together time every single morning when we get in the jacuzzi, and we have together time every night 'cause we get in the tub together," she stated to People. "And we soak in the tub and we talk," Davis went on. He occasionally nods off with his mouth agape. On Valentine's Day 2021, Davis expressed gratitude for her daughter and spouse. The actress posted a picture of herself and Tennon on Instagram, grinning as Genesis put her hands in front of her heart. "Oh, my heart. I live for something like this." Written by Davis. "They bring purpose to my life, and I will always be appreciative that they are in it. I will always and forever love you, G and J. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone." Davis posed for W Magazine's cover alongside his daughter Genesis. Regina King directed the following photo essay, in which Tennon also appeared. Years after the couple's introduction, King thought back to her initial thoughts about Tennon. "I loved that Julius always seemed to be very protective of Viola, but not in a way that looked problematic," she said. "He really feels like a partner." As Davis accepted the Screen Actors Guild Award virtually for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Leading Role, Tennon stood by her side. Before nodding to her beautiful co-star Chadwick Boseman, who posthumously received the Oscar for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role, the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom star kissed her spouse. During People's behind-the-scenes peek at Oprah plus Viola, a Netflix special event, Davis said that she had prayed to meet Tennon. "I went and I got on my knees," Davis remarked, elaborating on her friend's suggestion that she offer prayers for the kind of man she saw herself with. She went on to list some of the attributes she was seeking. "I told him I was looking for a large black man from the South who was probably married once. Possesses children, since I don't want any pressure in that area." Tennon joined the scene shortly after this prayer. "I met Julius from Texas 3.5 weeks later. He was an actor, an ex-football player, married, and had raised his kids by himself. I was invited to church by him," Davis recounted. "And I thought to myself, whoa." According to Deadline, Davis and Tennon discussed their goals for the entertainment industry to become a more compassionate place to work during a producers' conference session that was led by Yvette Nicole Brown. Davis remarked, "We meet each other exhausted. When you're stressed out, you yell at others, but only at those you believe to be beneath you. You yell at the makeup artist, the PA, and other staff members who are making the same sacrifices as you in order to attend." Tennon expressed similar worries. "We truly need to give this work-life balance more careful consideration. If we can, we should figure out how to cut those hours in order to increase productivity. Your productivity will increase when you get enough sleep." The pleased mother shared a number of never-before-seen photos of her daughter Genesis on her 12-year birthday, including some precious old photos of the two of them with Tennon. "Happy birthday, my darling heart. My sweetheart. My G. My everything." The image carousel was captioned by Davis. "Happy birthday, 12 years old. I adore you more than I can ever express." Davis and Tennon talked about their early romance and their film The Woman King, which they produced through Juvie, in a joint interview for the Los Angeles Times. Thinking back to their first date at Santa Monica, California's Crocodile Cafe, Davis remembered being struck by Tennon's Texas hospitality. "He shook my hand after driving me to the front curb," she remarked. "He said he'd had such a beautiful time and that I was beautiful. And he remained there till I arrived at my flat door. He was quite well-mannered." Tennon and Davis are Los Angeles residents. They worked with interior designer Michaela Cotties to refurbish their Toluca Lake house. The pair told AD that each piece of trinket in their house has a story to tell. In their office and den, built-in bookcases hold the majority of these objects. It narrates Julius and my story. "Before we ever met, our lives our life at the time of our meeting. Our daughter's life," Davis clarified. When Davis's biography Finding Me won Best Audiobook, Narration, and Storytelling Recording at the 65th Grammy Awards, she became the first ever EGOT winner. She praised Tennon and their daughter Genesis in her winning speech, referring to them as my loves. "You are my life and my joy, the best chapter in my book," she said. "Thank you." On the set of the 2000 television series City of Angels, a medical drama, Davis and Tennon first got together. "I said, 'Hey, how you doin',' as soon as I saw her. Later on, we visited the set. I thought to myself, this seems like a pretty nice lady,' as I passed blood to her. At the end of the day, I'm going to give her my card," Tennon declared during the pair's simultaneous appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. He went on, "I did exactly that. I simply gave you my card because my mother instructed me to, saying that if you want to meet a girl, offer her your card instead of asking for her phone number. When she's ready, she'll give you a call." A month later, she gave me a prompt call. Davis said that her bad credit and lack of a car at the time were the reasons she waited for so long. "No one wants to meet a 34-year-old woman on a bus with bad credit," she said. "So, I was trying to get my stuff together, and then I was like, you know what, it's going to take too long to get the credit right." As they strolled down the red carpet of the 2023 Met Gala, the couple was beaming. While Tennon wore a double-breasted tuxedo, Davis stole the show in a hot pink, feathered Valentino gown. On the occasion of their significant wedding anniversary, Davis wrote a charming post about Tennon on Instagram. 20 years of friendship. We have supported one another when family members have passed away. We've experienced success, happiness, sorrow, and tiredness, yet I can still feel your hold on me," she wrote. "Together, to each other, through the fire and brimstone of life, we have held on, knowing that no matter what, the commitment is to not let go. Until the very end, my dear. Happy 20th anniversary, everyone." During her 50th anniversary interview with People, Davis reflected on significant life events, such as her honeymoon with Tennon. 20 years after George Clooney gave them his Lake Como property as a wedding present, Davis claimed they're still trying to manipulate getting back there. "The villa was empty except for our party. We had lunches with 4 or 5 courses," she remarked. "And I recall that at one point, Julius was staring at me with tears in both of our eyes, and we just stared at each other for a very long time. Furthermore, I recall Julius remarking, 'Can you believe his heart?